Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart, and you can see we're still riding that upper band. If that's going to continue, though, the bulls are going to have to probably print about 66 today in order to keep up with the yellow line here. You can see that that's expanding. That's the trick with band rides. If you consolidate for too long, the band kind of runs away from you and hides. And that is the challenge that the bulls are faced with today. The bears pushed it down as low as 48. Dip buyers came in and grabbed that one in the morning, right around 10:30, right in that morning turn, right in that opening rotation area that everybody looks for, and they ground it back up to the all-time highs. Now we've seen resistance now for 3 sessions. The all-time high at 61.25 was made Friday. You see resistance there Monday, Tuesday, and in Globex for today's session. So 61 is an area, obviously, it's going to have to get pushed through. We had very compressed hourly bands. Ultimately, they resolved downward, but the bears just they couldn't finish the job. This kind of expansion from bands that are this tight should have produced a test of the weekly pivot, but it couldn't. You have a lot of, the dip buyers they're just waiting. Now, as good as the bulls look when they're buying dips, they look just as bad when they're trying to break through 61. They sit and they hang out in it for hours and hours. So it wouldn't surprise me if we had another dip to buy this morning. The question is, after the dip buyers come in and buy it, what are the bears going to do about it? Yesterday they did nothing about it. Are they going to do something about it today? Doing something about it would be holding a lower high and then making a lower low. That should produce a retest potentially of 48, maybe even a move to weekly pivot. When you look at the week as a whole, it's becoming a fairly typical bullish week. You open near the highs, you consolidate, you ignore the weekly pivot on Monday, you try to test it, but you can't get down to even test it on Tuesday. So if it gets into Wednesday, Thursday, then you start to see these later days in the week become more directional. And if the weekly pivot hasn't even been challenged, those weeks tend to be bullish. They tend to be bullish because the dip buyers say, well, we're not even, we haven't even tried 42. And it's not like, we weren't trading there, Friday morning, on the 14th. So you see this steady climb. The bands are already expanding to the upside. The nod has to be to the bulls here. As hard as it is to buy highs, as hard as it is to accept things, the nod has to be to the bulls until the bears can convert a level that matters. If they could even close below a prior day low, that would be something. If they close below 48 today, people will take notice. But until they do something meaningful, the dip buyers are going to keep coming in and keep pushing it back to new highs. The problem the bulls are having is when they get back to those new highs, they need to make newer highs. And that's what today is about. If they don't do it, they lose their band ride. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.